You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
Welcome to the Rides Winning Insights, Horse and Rider's mini-sode series where we share audio lessons from Horse and Rider OnDemand trusted Western professionals. At Horse and Rider OnDemand, you can enjoy hundreds of how-to videos from disciplines like reining, ranch riding, reined cow horse, natural horsemanship, and more. Plus, you'll get insider access to clinic footage and step-by-step tutorials taught by top-level Western professionals. Head over to ondemand.horseandrider.com and use promo code THERIDE for 15% off our basic membership. That's ondemand.horseandrider.com and code THERIDE for 15% off. On this week's episode of the Ride Wing Insights, Horse and Rider OnDemand expert Cody Crow goes over the basics of backing and what you need to know when first introducing a backup to your horse to help him understand pressure and release.
Whether you're headed across the country or just down the road, you could be traveling with the peace of mind knowing you and your horse are protected by U.S. Riders 24/7 roadside assistance coverage. From lockouts and jump starts to towing and stabling, veterinarian and farrier referrals, U.S. Rider ensures a breakdown won't leave you stranded. Join today and save 15% with the code USRHR at usrider.org.
Alright, so how I start my horse's backing is I will gently apply just a little bit of pressure on the rein evenly with both hands. And I'm just going to set here square in the middle. I'm going to bring both feet off and I'm just going to gently pull. And when I feel that horse take a step back or even just rock back and act like he's going to step backwards, I immediately release the pressure. That's how I get that horse to understand the concept of getting off my rein and initiating the back. As it gets better, I'm going to start asking the horse to back 1 or 2 steps. Initially, I don't care if their head is high or where their head is. I just want them straight head to tail, and I want them to take a backward motion step. Once the horse develops a little more confidence and a little better understanding of what we're asking them to do, I'm going to then start asking that horse to put in a little bit more effort and just back a little bit quicker. Not fast, not reckless, just methodical and even. So I'm going to get him started with my rein, and then I'm going to just start bumping my leg to just encourage a little bit more motion backwards, just as we would bump our leg to encourage the motion forward. So let's say that my horse gets stuck, and I'm doing this, and the horse is rocking back, and he's not going to move. 9 out of 10 times, what these horses want to do is they want to not pull from their back end, they want to just push from their front end. So I'm going to disengage. When that horse blocks me, I'm going to then pull out the forehand turn that we talked about earlier, and I'm going to move that horse's hip over, and I'm going to disengage him. Then I'm going to ask him to take a step back, and then I may push his hip the other way, get him disengaged, move him back. And I'll continue to do this until eventually I get this horse free enough that I can just kind of move him over here and move him back and just get some freedom through his whole body. As this horse develops the skill set, I'm going to start asking this horse to back in a circle instead of just a straight line. So to start with, I'm going to get this horse going backwards. I'm going to tip his nose to the outside of my circle, and I'm going to put my outside leg by this horse's back cinch and try to push his hip over. To start with, it's easier if you just get the horse to back, then engage the hip over, back him a little bit more, stop, then move the hip. When my horse has shown me that he can do that, I'm going to try to put it all together and continue it, or put it in a continuous motion. So I'm going to back, push that hip over, and see if I can just kind of back him around that corner, just a little. Then I'm going to release the pressure. Say, yep, that was the right answer. Then I'll back, push him over, and then keep that nose to the outside and just see if I can eventually, over several weeks or so, get him to stay in a circle. Then as that progresses, I'll try to get my horse to do it more or less straight head to tail. But if at any time the horse gets stuck and he doesn't want to go backwards, you need to release the pressure and then walk him forward, get the horse confident again, and then you can go back to moving that hip. But if they do get stuck, do not continue to pull. Make sure that you release, go forward again, get your horse happy, and then come back and readdress it.
From lockouts and jump starts to towing and stabling, veterinarian and farrier referrals, US Rider ensures a breakdown won't leave you stranded. Join today and save 15% with the code USRHR at usrider.org.
Thank you for tuning in to the Rides Winning Insights Minisode podcast. We hope you enjoyed this minisode. Please be sure to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts and follow Horse and Rider on social media and at horseandrider.com to see all the cool things that we're up to. If you have any comments or questions, please be sure to hit us up at horseandrider@equinenetwork.com. We love to hear from you guys. And if you love what you're listening to, please be sure to leave us a review on iTunes.